Imagine winning an enormous Powerball or Mega Millions jackpot, worth millions or even over $1 billion. But who are the lucky people who have won these enormous prizes? Come along as we delve into the stories of the biggest Powerball winners ever and find out where they are today. And Gloria Mackenzie's incredible journey to a lottery fortune is living proof. Picture this. She patiently waited until the ripe age of 84 for her lottery ship to come in, and boy did it make a grand entrance. In 2013, Gloria became one of the oldest lottery millionaires, and here's the delightful twist, she was just getting started. Before her lottery windfall, Gloria's life was far from glamorous. She had her roots in the charming town of East Millinocket, Maine, where she and her late husband Ralph raised their 4 children. Ralph, a war veteran, had passed away, and Gloria decided it was time for a change of scenery. Off to the sunny shores of Florida she went. Now what makes the story all the more intriguing is that Gloria shares a common thread with another lottery winner, Shane Missler. They both embarked on a journey from Maine to Florida, and it seems like there might be something magical in the Florida air. However, here's the kicker. Gloria was no spring chicken when she hit the jackpot. Financially, she wasn't exactly swimming in riches. In fact, she lived in a rented duplex and didn't even have a place to call her own. As the widow of a war hero and a former mill worker, her life was far from the glitz and glam we associate with lottery winners. She didn't even have the cushion of monthly Social Security. Now enter the US Powerball jackpot, which had ballooned to a jaw-dropping $590 million thanks to a slew of rollovers. Gloria Mackenzie's ticket defied the odds, with chances of 1 in 292,201,338. It's almost like destiny itself had a soft spot for this remarkable lady. If you're still not convinced that luck played a starring role, here's the kicker. She bought her golden ticket at a local store, but not without a twist of fate. As Gloria recounts, a kind stranger let her cut the line to purchase her lotto tickets. Talk about serendipity. If she hadn't made that purchase at that precise moment, who knows? That man or someone else might have nabbed the jackpot. But no, all the stars in the universe seemed to align for Mrs. Mackenzie, making her the sole bearer of the winning ticket. Talk about a twist of fate. Picture this. Gloria Mackenzie, armed with a fortune worth a staggering $590 million, had a choice to make. Yearly installments or one gigantic lump sum. And just like most famous lottery legends, she went for the dazzling lump sum option, which made her prize a cool $370 million. Not too shabby, right? Now here's where the plot thickens. Florida is among the select few states that don't demand a penny in lottery tax. But hold on, Gloria wasn't out of the tax woods just yet. After settling that federal tax bill, Gloria Mackenzie was left with a still jaw-dropping $277.5 million. And what did this lotto legend do with her newfound riches? Well, she did something truly heartwarming. Gloria set up a charity fund, and she named it after herself because why not? Reports suggest she injected several $million into this foundation right off the bat. The goal? To provide educational opportunities for young, talented minds. Now, that's the kind of generosity that warms your heart. But like any good story, there's a twist in the tale. Gloria decided to upgrade her living situation, opting for a mansion where she'd share her golden years with her son, Scott. Even with all the wealth in the world to hire staff to care for her, she chose family. Some sources even whispered that she'd give half her winnings to Scott if he played ball with this deal. Meet Robert Bailey, the New York man who faithfully clung to his trusty set of Powerball numbers for a whopping 25 years. But guess what? His loyalty paid off big time. Robert, a spry 67-year-old retired government worker hailing from the heart of Manhattan, etched his name into the annals of New York's lottery history. It was a fateful day on October 27, and the numbers aligned in his favor, gifting him an astonishing $343.8 million in winnings. Now here's the kicker. Robert's numbers weren't some random picks, they were a family heirloom. A family member gave me the number over 25 years ago, and I faithfully played them, he revealed with a grin at a press conference held at Resorts World Casino in New York City. And what did Robert do with his newfound fortune? Well, he opted for the lump sum payment, which, after the taxman took his share, left him with a cool $125.3 million. It's safe to say that Robert's long-term commitment to those magic numbers turned his life into a Powerball fairy tale. Maintaining his down-to-earth demeanor, Bailey emphasized, "I still want to be me. I can't let money change me, but I want to do the right thing and take care of it for the next generation in my family." He wasn't about to let the sudden windfall alter his essence. With that commitment in mind, Robert Bailey made some savvy moves. He turned to legal and financial experts to navigate this new chapter in his life, a testament to his cautious approach. In his words, he sat down with them and talked business. Now, what about his plans for the future? Well, Robert remained a bit of a mystery man when it came to divulging specifics. He did share that he hopes to buy a home for his mother, embark on some exciting travels, and intriguingly, make good investments. When it came to inquiries about his family, he chose to keep the details close to his chest, revealing only that he was single and a father to a few children. And as for his charitable inclinations, Robert hinted at having a few causes in mind. However, he was clear that he'd be seeking counsel from an advisor before making any philanthropic decisions. Coming to the person who shared lottery with Robert, Laren West. Laren West of Dexter, Iowa shared the nearly $700 million Powerball with Robert. However, she only got $140.6 million. Laren West's remarkable lottery win offered her not one, but two intriguing choices when it came to claiming her life-altering prize. The first option was an annuity, a grand total of $343.9 million distributed across 30 graduated payments spanning 29 years. However, even in the world of lottery dreams, taxes played a part, with federal withholding at 24%. And the state withholding 5%, subtracting from each payout. The second choice was a lump sum payment, which sounded like the golden ticket at $198.1 million before the tax man came knocking. But once a tax bite was taken, it translated to a still impressive $140.6 million. Laren West's journey to this fortune was nothing short of a roller coaster. Her sister had to send her a picture of the winning ticket because she'd accidentally left it in her sister's truck. When she checked the numbers on the Iowa Lottery website, nothing seemed to match. Doubt crept in, and she wondered if she'd made a mistake. Upon rechecking and seeing the numbers in red, it finally sunk in that she had indeed hit the jackpot. Miss West's plans for her newfound wealth are rooted in family and a heartfelt tribute. In a remarkable twist of fate, Mavis Wanchik, a lottery player from Massachusetts, found herself the fortunate winner of a staggering $758 million in 2017. The odds of her remarkable journey were set at 1 in 292.2 million, making her the envy of countless aspiring jackpot winners. However, Mavis's joy was somewhat dimmed by a lesser-known rule that left her with a substantial tax bill. After accounting for taxes, she would ultimately retain only a fraction of her colossal winnings. In essence, around a quarter of her prize would be deducted. One crucial aspect that lottery experts pointed out was her decision to come forward and reveal her identity. Massachusetts state law mandates that all lottery winners be made public, and Mavis's decision to step into the limelight made her susceptible to a host of risks. In the past, other winners have managed to safeguard their identities by creating trusts with trustees who accepted the winnings on their behalf. The state also permits winners to delay collecting their earnings for a full year, affording them time to plan and protect their financial future. Additionally, Mavis opted for the $480.5 million lump sum cash payment instead of the 30 payment program spread over 29 years. This choice, coupled with income taxes, significantly reduced the final amount she received in her bank account, estimated at around $336 million. Mavis Wanchik, aged 53, has spent 32 years working at Mercy Medical Center in Springfield, but upon her incredible windfall, she informed her employer that she would not be returning to her job. While most teenagers are merely testing the waters of adulthood, young Manuel Franco, at the tender age of 18, took a curious leap into the world of lottery games. Little did he realize that this youthful foray would provide to be the first step towards an unimaginable destiny. Now, fast forward 6 years, and behold, a 24-year-old Franco would soon etch his name into the annals of Powerball history. He was no longer a curious teenager, but a victor, standing tall with a mind-boggling $768.4 million Powerball jackpot in his grasp. This was the moment that would forever reroute the trajectory of his life. The magical journey commenced on a seemingly ordinary day, March 27, 2019, when Franco, according to the Wisconsin Lottery, made a routine visit to the New Berlin Speedway. Little did he know that this unassuming day would soon explode with the extraordinary. Franco recollected the moment with a grin at the press conference, saying, "I walked into the Speedway and I purchased $10 worth of individual Powerball tickets. I honestly felt so lucky that I did look up at the camera and I wanted to wink at it just because I had that lucky feeling." Then a twist of fate occurred. The ordinary metamorphosed into the extraordinary as the numbers aligned in perfect harmony with his tickets. It felt like a dream. It was amazing. My heart started racing, blood pumping. Franco reminisced with sheer exhilaration. I screamed for about 5 or 10 minutes. However, the magnitude of his win also presented a substantial decision for Manuel Franco: how to handle the colossal sum of $477 million. With remarkable clarity, he opted for lump sum payment, walking away with a commendable $326 million after the inevitable tax deductions. Even in the midst of this financial whirlwind, Franco remained steadfast in his desire for simplicity. At that time, his win marked a significant milestone, as he became the youngest recipient of any American lottery prize exceeding $100 million. Since claiming his remarkable fortune, Manuel has been far from idle. He made substantial investments and showcased his generosity through sizable charitable contributions. One notable act of benevolence was his $2 million donation to the Wisconsin Children's Hospital, a heartfelt gesture in honor of his mother. Fast forward to 2023, and Manuel continues to relish his life while wisely managing his wealth. His journey is a testament to the transformative potential of a massive lottery win, marked by a balance of financial acumen and a giving spirit. Ever heard of Powerball making it rain with billions? Well, it was January 11, 2016, when Powerball decided to break the piggy bank and hit a whopping $1 billion. The excitement was through the roof, but the plot thickened when no one hit the jackpot on January 9, 2016, with a prize of $949 million. So what did Powerball do? It did what any self-respecting billionaire would do: aim higher. The next jackpot skyrocketed to a jaw-dropping $1.4 billion. Yet again, no one claimed it, but third time's a charm, right? On January 13, 2016, history was made. Powerball delivered the goods with not one, not two, but 3 tickets, scoring a colossal $1.586 billion. The lucky bunch? Marvin and May Acosta from California, John and Lisa Robinson from Munford, and Maureen Smith and David Kaltschmidt from Melbourne Beach. John and Lisa Robinson secured a golden ticket of their own when they scored a whopping third of that historic $1.58 billion Powerball jackpot. Like their fellow winners, the Robinsons opted for the lump sum payout, raking in a cool $327.8 million before taxes. Now, here's where the twist kicks in. Initially, the Robinsons proclaimed they'd stick to their humble abode in Munford, Tennessee, with John dishing out the wisdom of housekeeping duties and saying, "These big fancy houses are nice, but you gotta clean them." Lisa had her own plans too, as she announced her intention to keep working. Fast forward 2 years, and guess where they're living? A $6.2 million 10-bedroom mansion that sits on a sprawling 320-acre plot. Their new digs come with a private lake and some of the most scenic Tennessee views you can imagine. And there are 8 bathrooms plus a home theater. So much for modesty. Lisa, being the champ she is, went back to work the day after their win, but it wasn't a rosy picture. It's no wonder the Robinsons prefer keeping to themselves. After all, who can blame them when all sorts of strangers and long-lost relatives come knocking, looking for a handout? On the flip side, Maureen Smith and David Kaltschmidt have kept things pretty real after their Powerball win. Apart from a $90,000 Tesla and a new SUV, they've stayed true to their old routines. They still reside in their $300,000 Florida home, and they haven't traded in their local haunts for glitzy eateries or high-end shops. Here's the kicker. Maureen and David are living life as usual. No grandiose plans here, despite pocketing a sum of $327.8 million pre-tax. They're still playing the Powerball. Now let's talk about the Acostas, the third slice of the $1.58 billion Powerball pie. They didn't make a fuss back then, and they're still whispered quiet today. They even kept hush for over 6 months before stepping forward to claim their treasure. The Acostas have been playing it low-key, and not even scammers can change their minds about it. You see, the Acostas initially announced plans to create a charity, and this sparked the interest of some unsavory characters. Scammers tried their luck, sending out letters that were so clearly bogus, claiming to be from the Acostas. There was even a website, the Acosta Foundation, which was a blatant ripoff of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. But hey, the Acostas are keeping their cards close to their chest. Privacy's their game, and they're playing it like pros. Buckle up because we're about to dive into the mind-boggling tale of Edwin Castro, your average 30-year-old dude whose life took a crazy U-turn thanks to a single lottery ticket. Imagine this. 1 minute you're fixing cars, and the next, you're rubbing shoulders with billionaires. Castro became the richest dude in the US, all thanks to the mind-blowing $2 billion California Powerball jackpot, who opted to take the lump sum of $997.6 million. But here's where it gets interesting. Edwin didn't go for those gradual payments, oh no, he chose the lump sum, and that's when things got wacky. So, let's uncover how this overnight billionaire's life did a total 180, shall we? Back in the day, Castro was just a regular guy, living in a tiny one-bedroom home in Altadena. And bam! He's now living the ultimate Hollywood dream. He bought not one, but 2 mega mansions in just a month. Say goodbye to the old tiny digs and say hello to a $25.5 million Hollywood mansion, where hanging out with A-list neighbors is just a part of daily life. This place is something else, trust me. We're talking 13,578 square feet of pure luxury. It's got an outdoor kitchen, a top-notch gym, a wine cellar that makes sommeliers drool, and an infinity pool with views that are straight out of a blockbuster movie. But that's not all, folks. Fast cars? Check. Fine art? Check. You name it, he's got it. And while his spending habits are fascinating, it's his newfound love for privacy that takes the cake. He eluded the media like a ninja, opting for a life behind closed doors. So what's the deal with this guy, you ask? Well, since swimming big, Castro has ducked out of the limelight and decided to enjoy the good life in peace. No interviews, no explaining his riches, just pure, unadulterated luxury and a hush-hush existence. In the end, whether he spills the beans on his journey or not, one thing's for sure. Edwin Castro's story is all about that magical transformation from rags to riches, with a side of living large and keeping the world guessing.